Everyone tells you that just eat more to get big, to bulk. But is it really that simple? Are you actually building muscle or just putting on some weight? Because there is a huge difference. And here is the truth about clean bulking versus dirty bulking. Actually, you cannot eat whatever you want and expect to get big with casual food choices. And there are some approaches that will get you to your goal faster than others. But the goal-oriented thinker always thinks this way. Which one will make me look better when I am done bulking? Dirty or clean bulking? Now let me answer these common questions first. What is dirty and clean bulking? How do they work? Now the third most frequent and exciting question is, as long as I am aware of the macros and making sure I get enough protein intake, I am good, right? Now answering the first question, dirty bulking means eating in a calorie surplus without caring about food quality, like fast food, donut, pizzas, whatever gets you to those calories. Clean bulking, on the other hand, also means eating in a calorie surplus, but focusing on quality foods like lean proteins, complex carbs, and healthy fats. Answering the second question of how they work, it is common sense that if you follow a dirty bulking approach, it becomes very difficult to track your calories and know exactly what macros you are putting into your body, and vice versa. When following a clean bulking, you know what macros as well as micros you are eating, and that can keep you on track to hit your physical goal. Now let's answer the last question of what is the difference as long as I am eating the same exact calories and the right amount of protein. And here is exactly where it gets interesting, and I see a lot of people have a debate about this particular question. Even if your total calories and protein are exactly the same between a dirty and clean bulking, dirty bulking almost always leads to more fat gain. And now you may be wondering, why is that as long as the calorie intake is the same with the right amount of protein, right? Very good and rational question. And that is because for reasons. The first reason is food quality affects how your body processes calories. A 2018 research shows that ultra-processed foods are usually high in unhealthy fats, added sugars, and salts. Eating these foods can cause people to take in too much energy because our bodies tend to control how much we eat based on the amount of food, not the number of calories. That means you may eat something as little as 2 cheeseburgers, which equals 600 calories, and you still be hungry. Or you can choose more wisely and have a dish of 300 grams of potato, 6 ounces of chicken breast, and half an avocado, and get full enough with the same exact amount of calories. Now, in the same study, it was shown that ultra-processed foods also contains a lot of refined carbs, which can affect your insulin response and cause extra nutrients to be stored as fat instead of being used for energy. The second reason is the balance between macronutrients and micronutrients. In clean bulking, you manage carbs, fats, and proteins in smart ratios, optimizing muscle gain. In dirty bulking, on the other hand, extra fats and sugars usually dominate the diet. A 2022 study demonstrated that the same amount of calorie does not necessarily mean they have similar effects, meaning it is about quantity as well as quality calories. Now, why is that? As I already explained, more often than not, the dirty sources are fed with more fat and sugar, which make the food more calorie dense. And the reason number 3 is insulin sensitivity. The hormone that regulates blood sugar and nutrient storage is actually insulin. Visceral fat is naturally harmful and diabetogenic. It releases substances called adipokines that reduce insulin sensitivity in tissues. And lower insulin sensitivity means your body becomes less efficient at directing nutrients to muscle and more effective at storing them as fat. And that by itself means you gain less muscle per calorie eaten. You gain more fat, future bulks and cuts become harder. And if you got something valuable so far, please don't forget to subscribe. Now, reason number 4 that calories are not the same from dirty or clean sources is hormonal effect. 2019 research found a link between processed food and low levels of testosterone as well as growth hormone. Now, even if your calories from dirty bulking are the same as from clean sources, that would mean lower testosterone and growth hormone levels in case dirty sources are chosen. So even if arithmetically they are the same, but when it comes to your hormonal environment, they are totally different. And now you know exactly why the calories from dirty sources are not the same from clean sources, and even if the calories are exactly the same. And here are some takeaways to remember. So even if your calories and protein match exactly between dirty and clean bulking, you will likely overeat beyond your intended surplus because processed food alters ghrelin, which are your hunger hormones, and makes it easier to overeat, even unintentionally. You will store more fat, not more muscle. Your insulin sensitivity drops, which makes future gains harder. Now the bottom line is, if you don't really care about gaining fat and you are okay with longer and more painful cuts later on, then yeah, go with dirty bulking. But if you want bare muscle to fat ratio gain, easier cuts, bare health, and you care about how you look year round, then definitely clean bulking. And at the end of the day, building muscle is a marathon, not a sprint. Aim for a small surplus, 250 to 500 calories over your maintenance. And if you do not know how to calculate your calories and want to know how exactly to do it, click the video right here. And if you got value out of the video, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until then, take care everybody. Bye bye.